As a date for the final ruling on renewable fuel standard blending levels approaches, farm state lawmakers are setting up to fight for farmers. Sarah Mock has more from Washington.
The governor of Iowa is on a mission, advocating for increases in renewable fuel standard levels in Washington.
Following my call with Administrator Pruitt, I had a very productive call with President Trump. And where both of them personally affirmed to me their continued commitment to the renewable fuel standard. And I know that the renewable fuels industry is poised to grow once the EPA sends positive and consistent market signals through increasing the volume requirements.
Her response to the EPA's recent announcements is that Iowa needs a robust RFS.
This market access is especially crucial right now with the current depressed commodity prices that we see. As the current ag economy experiences downturn, sustainability and predictability in the renewable fuel markets are incredibly impactful to the bottom line of our farmers and of rural Iowa and, again, our economy.
Renewable Fuel Association leaders were also on hand at Two Rivers Co-op in Pella, Iowa, and they're demanding that the administration keep its promises.
President Trump has a decision to make. He can take action to put the EPA back on track with his view of renewable fuels. He's always been very consistent that he wants renewable fuels to be part of his America First energy plan. Or if he sat back, it would essentially allow the EPA to systematically dismantle the RFS. It kind of felt like the EPA was saying, hey, we're going to put a giant sign across rural America that says closed for business.
Critics of the RFS include some livestock organizations, like the National Chicken Council. They are in favor of even more drastic cuts, saying, quote, the RFS has cost our members $60 billion more in feed costs since it was implemented. An Iowa farmer recalls it differently.
I remember a time when excess supplies of soy oil and corn saturated the market and bogged down the price of corn and soybeans. But then ethanol and biodiesel market was established, and it converted the oversupply of corn and soybean oil, animal fats, and cornstarch into a renewable fuel, helping boost the overall value of corn and soybeans while providing additional protein feed sources for livestock sector.
Reporters also asked the governor whether she is concerned about EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt's past relationship with the fossil fuel industry. In response, the governor assured everyone that she and her administration would not let up in their fight for the RFS, no matter what. For RFD-TV News, I'm Sarah Mock in Washington.
Apparently, Governor Reynolds' call with the president had the intended effect. Bloomberg News reporting White House officials have directed the EPA to stand down on efforts to weaken biofuel blending limits and allow exported renewable fuel to count toward domestic quotas.